Hey guys, this is Brian with Prokashi.com back in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And 2 weeks ago I did a short little video on a Bokashi soil generator where I just took any empty container that had an open bottom in touch with the soil and filled it with Bokashi compost and demonstrated that technique in case you wanted to bury your Bokashi compost without having to dig a hole or a trench in the ground. You may be limited on space. You may have a very good crop growing and you don't want to get in between to bury the waste, or you may not be able to get in between to bury the waste. And this is just a real quick show and tell follow-up to see what it looks like 2 weeks later. This is the bucket that I used, and it's just a recycling bucket, and I had a little 5-gallon bucket that I used also to demonstrate something on top. And last you checked, it had a strawberry plant, but you can see my dog Kiwi got to my strawberry plant. It's still viable, still growing. I just gotta go put it in a different spot where the dog won't get it. But this is some of the composted waste that was in the bottom of that bucket. You can see that what I had was food scraps that were easily recognizable, and now all I have is soil that is no visible signs of food, really. Maybe a bit or a piece of something that was not chopped in or mixed real good. But that's what your Bokashi soil is going to look like when you do your Bokashi composting and you put it in a soil generator. So here's that bucket, and I haven't really moved it at all. My dog, you can see, she kind of snouted around in here. And what I want to do is, just as a quick follow-up, I want to show you what it looks like. It's going to be as much a surprise to you as it is to me, because I have no clue. First thing I like to do when I do this is I like to roll it up and look underneath and see what I have. You can see a little bit of food scrap still left here, stuff that isn't quite broken down, but after 2 weeks time it's very usable. I don't know if you can see well enough, if the camera will pick it up. It's a GoPro and those are awesome cameras, but some of the details are very hard to see. Some of the life that we have in here. These are the roly-poly bugs. They're excellent digesters of hard carbon stuff. You've got all these little creepy crawly guys moving around, and what I'm really kind of looking for is the worms. Let's see if we have any that have come up in here. You've got your earwings. They're primary decomposers as well. As I pick through here, that's a little bit of manure, but for the most part, all the food, there's a little bit of food right there, is gone. Of all that 25 pounds of food scraps and they got turned in, what you really see left is the eggshells. The eggshells you can use in Bokashi compost. They will break down. They just break down very slowly. So let me pull through here and look a little bit more. But the interesting thing is that you're not going to see any of the real food. And the worms aren't in here. I don't know why. I don't know if they've already come and gone. But all of this was mixed food scraps. 25 pounds of food scrap fit in this little bucket, which is maybe 10 by 24 or 12 by 24. So if you say that you don't have any space or you don't have enough room, all you need is basically like square foot gardening. Here's a little bit of food that's still breaking down a little bit, doesn't smell. There's your white growth, that's your mycelium. That's the beneficial fungi that is part of the Bokashi composting system. And the real interesting thing about that stuff is that the hypha, or the fingers, they actually spread out, and like the internet, you have one central point and they spread out and bring everything back. That's what you want to see in your soil. And what will happen is when we turn this into our garden, that stuff will continue to grow and it'll spread out, making little fingers and all, and it will go out far beyond the plant, bring stuff back to the plant. The plant will give off root exudates, which will feed this fungi, and the fungi will live in a symbiotic relationship. They'll help each other out. the plant will say, hey, I need this food, and the fungi will say, hey, just give me what I need. I'll go out and bring it back to you. I'll get into places that you can't get to and break down things you can't break down. So this is not really a how-to, just a quick show and tell. 25 pounds of food, guys. This is all that's left of it with bokashi composting. Like I said, the eggshells, they'll break down just a little bit slower. So this is Brian with Prokashi.com. Just wanted to give you a quick follow-up. See you next time. Bye.